My name's Shoshana. I'm a Jewitch. My experience being an alumni of Witch School Canada is that I don't feel the aloneness. The idea of, fitting in versus belonging. So I know that I can have that touchstone of reaching back to my cohort, but then even all these other cohorts, we've all gone through this experience which changed our lives. And I can say, hey, do you remember when we did, do you remember when we studied Persephone? Do you remember when we talked about going down into the depths of our shadow, right? And is it a choice or are we being dragged? These kinds of things, like I know I have a reference point for that. And also, I would say that the network is amazing. So I'm building a small business and I now have this huge network of women across North America that I can go, guys, what do you think of this? I won't say guys. I'd say witches, what do you think of this? Does anybody know anyone in the Toronto area? Does anybody, hey, I'm coming to Vancouver. Is there a sacred circle? I'd love to go and dance. I'd love to connect. I'd love to tell you about my business and find out about yours. And I think there's a notion that I don't have to ask what their politics is or how are we gonna connect about this? We're gonna connect. We just went to witch school, right? I'm not worried about getting into a heated conversation about reproductive health. And on that, it's this feeling that my mission is their mission. Like if I reach out and ask for help from witches, they're gonna help me. They're gonna say, oh, listen, there's somebody I'm right now studying and I'm working on my business, and there's a witch somewhere in Northern Ontario who I meet with on Zoom, and she's already doing it. So she's sharing documents with me, helping me to figure it out. And at one point I was like, what's she getting out of this? And she was like, oh my God, I just love it. It's so great for me because I'm learning so much from you. I think there's just a share in a time when we are so disconnected, when we don't have community. Community centers are drop-ins where we take our kids so we can get a break. That's not what they were intended for. And churches have become places where we shame each other. And yeah, we drop off clothing and we help, but we need to have a place to connect and actually talk and sing and dance and light a fire and say, I'm having a hard go. And somebody else they're not going to fix it. They're just going to say, me too. I'm having a hard go too. I feel a little bit less alone.